going to be a really short video today. So I just want to introduce our final task, and you'll be really pleased to know that it is our final IGCSE topic. And then we can start thinking about some revision, really focusing on exam technique like we did in the previous lesson, and really starting to go over some of those tricky topics, revisit finance, revisit some of those Unit 1 topics, and that'll lead into our mock in March, okay? So the final topic continues on with the international theme that we've done in the previous weeks with exchange rates. And it's about globalization and multinational companies, okay? And what I'd like you to do today, I'm just going to explain the task. It's going to be a really short video. So what I want you to do today is to create a video of any type. So you could either record yourself, or I think what most of you will choose to do is to narrate a presentation or narrate something that you've produced on globalization. Okay, so because it's home learning, I want to change it up. I want to make sure that you're doing it and just not just give you endless worksheets, basically. Okay, so I want you to produce something with audio that goes over this final topic. Okay, and I want to watch some more, give you some feedback, make sure you understand everything. Okay, so what I want you to do is when we're working through these points, which we'll discuss in a minute, try and be using these AO3 and AO4 sentence starters. Just because you're doing it verbally doesn't mean that we don't use our sentence starters for our exam technique. So any 6 markers or 8 markers or 12 markers, we want to be using sentence starters like this. So the same sentence starters we've talked about for the past 18 months. As a result, this leads to this is good because, or this is bad because. On the other hand, this could be outweighed by, or just a simple however. Okay, what I want to really emphasize is that I'm looking to see real understanding and analysis. So you've actually done some work. I'm going to give you at least 2 lessons to produce this. So 2 of your home learning sessions will be to produce this video. If I get feedback that we need a 3rd, we could maybe do that, but let's work on 2 for now. That's an hour and 40 minutes. So that should be enough time to do this. So I want you to actually have a real understanding of the answers to these questions. Okay, so not just simply reading out a load of things that you've copied and pasted from Tutor2You or some other website that don't really make sense, or in really complicated language that doesn't make sense to you, or you don't fully understand them. Okay, remember why we're doing this is to try and get you ready for the exam. So if you just do it half-heartedly and just read out a load of things from a website, that's not going to help with your learning and your final grade. Okay, so that's the task. So what are we going to include? So it's all about globalization and multinational companies. So obviously we're going to start off with what is globalization and what has enabled its rapid growth over the past 30 to 40 years. There's 3 or 4 main contributing factors to the rapid exponential growth of globalization. Find out what they are. If you're not sure, ask me, drop me an email, drop a comment, and I can point in the right direction. What benefits do businesses gain from globalization? So what kind of benefits do businesses gain? So not consumers, not the economy, but businesses themselves. What threats do businesses face from globalization? So this is where we're going to be using those analytical and evaluative sentence starters in number 2 and 3 here. Then back to a bit more knowledge. What is a quota? What is a tariff? Okay, so we're talking about free trade is something that you might also want to include. And why do some governments impose trade protections such as quotas and tariffs that you've just defined? Okay, so why do governments do that? You could maybe have a look at the China-America trade war that's been going on for the past 12 months. What kind of government protections do governments put in place? Then the second half, what is a multinational company? Simple definition. Find some examples, define it clearly. Why would a business want to become a multinational company? So what benefits would the business receive of becoming a multinational company? And then the final AO3, AO4 section, or the final kind of evaluative and analytical task, is what benefits could multinational companies provide to the countries? So not the business, but the country and the people within that country that they operate in. And then obviously, what problems could multinational companies provide or produce rather? What problems could produce would be a better word to use. So what benefits could multinationals produce in the countries they operate in, and what problems could multinational companies produce in the countries they operate in? So we're going to be looking at things like you've got to think about the environment, repatriation of profit, exploitation of workers, employment, economic growth, transfer of skills, These are the kind of things that you want to be finding out about and including in 7 and 8. Okay? So as I said, it's quite a big task. I want you to do some serious research, reading around. You'll find a lot of information on this. You could provide examples. That would be really good. So examples of when firms have been guilty or evidence of when they've provided these benefits or negatives to the country they operate in. Quite a lot to do. As I said, if I feel like we need a third lesson, that's okay. But see how much you can do. Maybe if you aim to do 1 to 4 in a single lesson and then 5 to 8 in the second single lesson that you're given, and then we'll see where we're at after that. Okay? Any problems, obviously I'll be on when the lesson's going on, so drop me an email, drop me a comment. If we want to do a Google Meet related on this, we can do a Google Meet related on this, and you can ask any questions in an open forum. Okay? Hopefully that's nice and clear. Thank you.